Hey there, long time no see. Today we're going to do some more smoking, but this time we're not going to do hot smoking. We're going to do some straight up cold smoke. And I'll show you what I'm going to be smoking. So I've got some apple chips, that's what I'm going to be using. And I want probably around 2 hours worth of wood here, so. That'd probably do it right there. And take my trusty propane torch. It's not too windy, I get started. Doesn't do too good upside down. If I can kind of get these started with this propane torch, they seem to smoke a little bit better. Propane torch will stay lit. Step back here because this is going right in the garage. Bring it on here. And now I got our smoke coming out. So I'm going to put the lid on this so this can get started. I'll go ahead. Turn that off, and I'll show you what I'm smoking. Okay, show you what I'm going to smoke today. We have Wisconsin sharp cheddar. I'm going to take each one of these blocks and split them roughly down the middle. Before I do that, I almost got ahead of myself. I want to put a little bit of the spray on a cloth. Just kind of go over this real lightly. Just so the cheese won't stick. There. There. Next we have Monterey Jack. Gouda. It's a Gouda cheese. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut the wax off of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and split this in half. You can actually reuse cheese wax if you're so inclined, which I could smoke this and then remelt the wax and then put it back on the cheese if I wanted to. I'll probably, if this ends up being a success, I'll probably just end up ordering some cheese wax. So, put that on there. So, next I have a block of cream cheese. You ask, why am I going to do this? I don't know, just because. I think this cream cheese is a softer cheese. I think I'm going to leave this whole. It'll probably absorb rather quickly. It's already pretty soft, so. I'm going to just leave that on that paper just in case it decides to melt. So we're just going to leave that on there. I also have, just because, a baked potato. I'm just experimenting with a whole bunch of different things. I thought maybe if the baked potato turns out really good, it'd be good for like au gratin potatoes, have a nice smoky flavor to it. And I also have 2 boiled eggs. Now what I'm going to do with one of these, I'm going to leave the shell on it and just set it on the rack here and keep it from rolling everywhere. And the other one I'm going to go ahead and crack the shell off of it. So I want to see which one works better. And I've just got a little tiny wire. What it was a strainer. So now I'm going to put just a few pretzels. And some goldfish crackers. So, okay, I'll meet you outside. Put the lid back on this. We'll be back about every 15 minutes. I want to check that pretzels and the goldfish. I don't want them to get over smoky. So, alrighty. We'll be back. Alright, let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna try one of these goldfish. Not bad. I think what I would do with these is probably toast them in the oven when you get done. Probably because of the humidity of everything in here. Alright. I'm gonna leave them for a little while longer. Open that up. We'll be back. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take this snack mix off. Okay, this has been smoking for about an hour and a half now. As you can see, the egg has turned colors. Don't know about that. And that's turned colors. Tell on that as well. And I think I'm going to get a paper towel and kind of pat that cheese. Be right back. One thing when you do this cheese like this, it has to sit, well, ideally, sit for a couple weeks before you actually eat it. And you also want to make sure that you smoke cheese when it's cool, because you really don't want the temperature of this to go up beyond like 80 degrees. It's probably 55, maybe 60 out here. Since this is cold smoked, I don't have to worry about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this cream cheese off. Soft cheeses don't take as long. Spread this over a little bit. Put the lid back on. You can tell there's been some color change. I'll cut into this so you can see what it actually looks like. Let's see if you can tell any difference in the color here. Not too much, but you can from the outside. You can see the smoke. I'm gonna leave that out at room temperature for a while. Alright, we've been out here right at 2 hours. Let's see. So I think I'm going to take these eggs off and the potato. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave the cheese on there for a little while longer. Okay, I took the potato in, cut into it to taste it, and you really can't taste any smoke at all. So I cut it in half and I'm gonna put it back on there. And we'll continue smoking. It's been just a little over 2 hours on that, and I think I need to shut that. We'll be back. Okay, the cheese has been on there for 3 hours, I think now. I believe it's 3 hours. And just so I don't get this over smoky, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this. I can always, next time or whatever, if I really think I need to smoke it some more, then I can. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, see the cheese here. Potatoes smell a little more smoky now than what they did. And here's the, hopefully maybe you can pick it up. I'm not sure if you'll be able to. But this is, I actually ate the other egg, the one that was out of the shell. But see the marbling that's on this. But the smoked eggs are really good. I haven't tried this one yet. This is the one that had the shell on it. I just dropped it and cracked it. But the other one was really good, so I'll try this one and see what it tastes like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a paper towel and kind of dry these off, and then I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bags and leave them open and leave them at room temperature probably until tomorrow morning, so the smoke can go ahead and kind of make sure there's no condensation in there. And the little goldfish and the pretzels, a little smoky flavor. They could have stayed on longer. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and, so like I said, dry each one of these, and then I'll put them in a Ziploc bag and I'll show you when I'm done. the egg that had the shell off of it had a lot more smoke flavor to it than the other one. The other one had a mild smoke to it, which if you left the shells on it would probably be okay. If you smoked it for a lot longer, probably I'd say 4 hours for the ones with the shells on. It's kind of neat stuff with the modelly look that it had to it. The potatoes, those are actually really good. That would make a really nice, like a smoked potato soup. So I liked the potatoes really well. I like the boiled eggs really well. The cheese and stuff, it's gonna have to sit for a while. So like I said, it has to mellow for about 2 weeks, ideally. But you can say, you know, you can tell it definitely changed color. Okay, I've got my bags all cut and I went ahead and labeled them and everything with the date I smoked it, what kind of wood it was, what kind of cheese it was, and for how long it was actually smoked. So, slip this down in the bag. And it's really smoky smelling right now, but that's the whole idea of letting it mellow out some. You can eat it sooner than this, but and there we go. Shrink wrapped, sealed, smoked cheese. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put this in the refrigerator and let it age.